Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name is Monica and I have not done this before. I accidentally skipped a whole month. Yeah. I skipped the October Pan That Palette update, and I think I did the same thing with my Petty Project Pan. So it's been 2 months. 2 months of progress since the last time you guys saw this palette, and wow. Wow. So if you missed that last update, I'll go ahead and throw that up in the cards, but we've done a lot, and I feel like I've made a whole bunch of progress, but we still have a whole long way to go, and we're like, it's November. it's coming. It's here. The goal is to finish this by the end of the year, so I want to have hope, but it's going to be very, very close. So before we jump into it, let's go ahead and run the slideshow of all of my progress up until this point. And this is my palette now. I'm sure, as you can tell, it looks quite a bit different. So let's run through the shade updates. First of all, a lot of the Urban Decay shades down here look different because I repressed them. So I repressed all of them from these skinny little pans here into these round, these are the Colourpop pans over here, and then I had some bigger round pans over here that I use for the silver shades, and that was like the number one best thing I could have done, because I find that when I use eyeshadow, I like having more surface area to swirl my brush, and so I use more surface area of the shadow, and so it takes me a longer time to hit pan, but when I do hit pan, it's big. Like I hit pan in the black shade this morning, and it looks huge because I was using the whole surface area of the shade. So we have quite a few missing shades from over here. So I repressed all the Urban Decay shades into these round pans, and the like matte shade over here, the shimmer that was almost gone, and then that full shimmer, used them all up. Like they went pretty quick, and that was easy enough to do because I literally just made a look using those 3 shades, and I did that look every day until they were gone. And I think that's going to be the name of the game from here on out, except for the black shade. So that was easy enough, and I have to say, it was a lot easier to use up, especially the matte shade, once I repressed it, because A, I had more surface area, and B, I was able to press it a lot more gently, so it was a little bit of a looser formula then, and so it was a lot easier for me to use that up, especially using it the way I like to, all over my lid. So this is what I have left of the Urban Decay shades. We have the black shade, we have the dark silver, the light silver is almost gone. You can see that I think that's going to be gone in the next week or so. And I've got these 2 like more brown kind of shades down here. So this shade is going to be gone pretty soon. I just hit shade in this silver shade as well. It's like a little pan right there. And like I said, I just hit shade or hit pan in the black. The black I'm going to continue using every day in my hairline and in my brows. And I think that's going to be enough to finish this up, 2 months of straight use when I've already got pan in it. And then up here for the Colourpop, I've got a little bit more pan, a little bit more use in all of the shades. But I feel like I'm going to need to do a little bit more moving forward. I think I'm going to have to repress them the same way I did the Urban Decay shades. So before I move on, I did film how I repressed all of these shades. Let me go ahead and throw that footage in right here.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
So that's how I repressed the shades down here, and it was one of the best things I could have done. Honestly, I should have done this a lot earlier. I really like having the bigger pan sizes to use these shades through, and I'm gonna 100% do the same thing with the Colourpop shades up here. I think it's time for me to start frankening some shades together. Like I've got some, I got a dip in the mattes over here, but I feel like in order for me to actually like full up finish them, I'm gonna have to franken them and repress them. So I'm gonna do that again after this update, and I will film it for the next update, and the next update is actually be the last update. So after this video, we have one more update, and then we have the finale. Oh, it's cutting it close. So I think there's a slight chance that I can do this, but from here on out, I think it's gonna be I'm only gonna be using this palette for my eyeshadow for the rest of the year. That's I think the only way I can do it. Only using this palette, and I'm gonna have to get creative. So I rewatched my last update video before this, and in that video I said panning a look was gonna be the best way to do it, and 100% that is. Panning a look is going to be the way to get through this. So these three right here are going to be a look, though I kind of want to franken these two shades together. I think they would look really, really pretty and be a little bit easier to pan a look, because then it would just be a 2-shade look. I think that'd be really, really pretty. With the look here, I use these three, kind of the yellow, the orange, and the red in a look. This brown kind of gets left out, so I kind of want to franken that brown with maybe one of these shades. I don't think I've franken a cool tone and a warm tone shade together. We might experiment and do that, but I think that's the name of the game. I think I'm going to franken some shadows, and then we're going to group them into looks, and then we're just gonna use those looks every day until they're gone. And on top of that, as much as I love seeing the empty pans over here, they are taking up the majority of this palette now. So I do want to move all the shades into a bigger Z palette just so I can have a little bit more space. And the after. This one is a little bit bigger. I've got a little bit more room and I can really separate, the shades that I'm working with the empty pans up top. And also just look how pretty all those empty pans are. How exciting. So, this is it. We are in the final run. I am more motivated than ever to get these done. So I want to. I also don't want to be too disappointed with myself if I don't make it this year, just because it was kind of a really, really ambitious goal to begin with. But, I still think we've got a possibility here, especially if I repress the shades like I did last time, because that definitely helped me with the progress. And then just for reference today, I am using these shades for a look, and it's really, really pretty. I like using the shimmer kind of all over, and then I went in with the lighter brown shade just kind of all the way up to my brow bone, and then I used the dark brown shade to kind of deepen out the outer corner. And it's a really, really pretty, really, really quick look. I think this is going to be my new kind of go-to work look after I finish the silver, because the silver is almost done. I want to just go ahead and finish that one up. So that is it for this update. The next time I see you guys, it'll be for not the next time. I have videos that come out every week. Subscribe if you haven't already. And also check out my vlog channel. I did just start a vlog channel. I've got a couple of vlogs up there, so check that out if you're interested. But the next time you'll see an update on this palette will be early December, and it'll be our last update before the finale. And the finale for this will be posted on New Year's Eve, and the intro for my new pan that palette will be posted New Year's Day. So I think that might be a Friday, Saturday, or a Saturday, Saturday. It's off of my usual schedule, but because it's a once a year thing, that's when they're going to be posted. So stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye.